So Harry Reid decided, oh, you know what? Oh, these Republicans, they're going to block all the nominees. They're going to talk a lot of smack. They're going to give me lip. Yeah, I don't think so. I think I'm going to come, I'm going to press that red button, and we're going to go nuclear. Here's Dirty Harry Reid.
Republicans refuse to give them up or down vote. A simple yes or no vote. Republicans simply don't want President Obama to make any appointments at all to this vital court. None. Zero. Further, only 23 district court nominations have been filibustered in the entire history of our country. 23. You know what? 20 of them have been in the last 4.5 years. 230 plus years. 3. Last 4.5 years. 20. That's not fair. This is not about Democrats versus Republicans. This is about making Washington work regardless of who's in the White House or who controls the Senate. To remain relevant and effective as an institution, the Senate must evolve to meet the challenges of this modern era. It's between those who are willing to help break the gridlock in Washington and those who defend the status quo. Is the Senate working now? Can anyone say the Senate is working now? I don't think so.
Hey, listen, in the past, Harry Reid would speak timidly and then act even more timidly. But now, yes, there was timid speech in voice, in tenor, as Harry Reid always does. That's who he is. But now he's beginning to act boldly. So that's why I was saying earlier in the week, I'm done with Harry Reid talking about ending the filibuster. The next time I cover it will be only when they finally end the filibuster when it comes to nominees. And he finally did it today. And in the past, the Democrats and Harry Reid would always stop because they said, well, civility and bipartisanship, and we have to get along in the Senate. But one of the things that Reid pointed out in his speech today was, well, look, we just made a deal on this a couple of months ago. And Mitch McConnell came and said, all right, we'll stop being extreme and we'll stop blocking every nominee. Well, they lied. Right after we made the deal, what did they do? They blocked every nominee. Not, hey, oh, wow, that one's really extreme. We're going to block that one. That's what the filibuster's for. Not, hey, you know what? We're going to expand that a little bit. And you might think that they're not extreme, but we do. We really hate liberals. So we're going to block 20, 30% of your nominees. No, they blocked them all. Well, that's obviously extraordinary. So Harry Reid has obviously had enough. It wasn't just the speech. It wasn't just the actions. Then on Twitter, he sends out this great note, and this is why you know that he's done with McConnell and all the nonsense that the Republicans have been talking. And he finally understands that these Republicans, you can't work with them. The only thing they understand is force, political force, okay? And hence why you would go to a nuclear option to end the filibuster on nominees. He tweeted out, I'm old enough to remember where Senator McConnell was in favor of up and down votes on nominees, and then attached this vine to it. Watch.
Up or down vote should be given to a president's judicial nominees. Up or down vote, up or down vote. All we're looking for is an up or down vote. Up or down vote should be given to a president's judicial nominees. Up or down vote, up or down vote. All we're looking for is an up or down vote. Up or down vote should be given to a president's judicial nominees. Up or down vote, up or down vote. All we're looking for is an up or down vote.
You let him know who's who, Harry Reid. You let him know who's boss. Mitch McConnell says, when I'm running this place, we're going to do X, Y, and Z. Harry Reid says, well, that's a sad day for you because that day is not today. I'm the boss around here, and you're going to stop obstruction, and I'm going to be the cop who stops it. Boss sick there. Who expected that Harry Reid would be Charles Bronson? It's just a start, but it's a good start. All right, now what's the Republican reaction to this? Oh, boy, man. Oh, they're hurt, dog. Don't ask them if they're all right. Well, we asked them anyway. Here's Mitch McConnell.
I'd be looking to change the subject. Change the subject. Just as Senate Democrats have been doing with their threats of going nuclear and changing the Senate rules on nominations. But here's the problem with this latest distraction. It doesn't distract people from Obamacare. It reminds them of Obamacare. It reminds them of all the broken promises. It reminds them of the power grab. It reminds them of the way Democrats set up one set of rules for themselves and another for everybody else. Once again, Senate Democrats are threatening to break the rules of the Senate, in order to change the rules of the Senate. And over what? Over what? Over a court that doesn't even have enough work to do? They cook up some fake fight over judges. A fake fight over judges that aren't even needed. He may have just as well have said, if you like the rules of the Senate, you can keep them. Huh? If you like the rules of the Senate, you can keep them.
Oh, man. The Republicans thought that was the funniest thing they ever heard in their life. That's why McConnell turns around and he's like, huh? Huh? You know, because Obama said, if you like your health care plan, you can give it. Huh? Huh? That's why he repeated it as well. Yeah, nice, Mitch, nice. These guys are unbelievable. I mean, we've gone through this before. Look, these guys come out and say, no, they're trying to pack the court, when the court is unpacked by the Republicans. Then they come out and say, we've done nothing out of the ordinary here, even though they have done half the filibuster of nominees in U.S. history in just 5 years. And then he says, oh, they're just trying to distract you from Obamacare. No, this has nothing to do with Obamacare. This has to do with the judges. Yes, on Obamacare, there's issues, and you fight that out in any way you like. But you guys aren't playing by the rules, so enough is enough. Okay? And now, of course, the Republicans are seething. They're saying you're going to rue, the Democrats are going to rue the day they did this, that they went with this nuclear option. Here's Senator Alexander, according to a tweet from Mike Mamoli. He says, Senator Alexander calls this the most dangerous restructuring of Senate rules since Thomas Jefferson wrote them. By the way, Thomas Jefferson did not write the filibuster rules. The filibuster rules are not in the Constitution. They're Senate rules that have changed from time to time, and they happen to change again today, okay? It has nothing to do with Thomas Jefferson. That's his way of connecting the two as if the filibuster's in the Constitution, which it isn't. Look it up. And Casey Hunt reports, the Senator McConnell spokesman says, I'm looking forward to President Rubio stacking the courts. Yeah, okay. I wouldn't hold your breath if I were you, though. I don't know who the president's going to be, but I guarantee you that, of course, McConnell says, you know, if you guys do this, and they did, the Democrats, what I'm going to do is I'm going to strike back. If I'm ever the majority leader, the Republicans recapture the Senate, I'm going to end the filibuster on everything. Not just executive nominees, also Supreme Court nominees. And not just nominees overall, but on all legislation. But guess what? He was going to do that anyway. When Harry Reid threatened the nuclear option, McConnell immediately said, oh, well, that's it. I can't wait to be in charge. I'm going to get rid of everything. You think he wouldn't have followed through on that threat? You think he would have played fair? The guys who broke the record on filibusters by a landslide, do you think they would have played fair? No, they were going to do it anyway. So it was way past time, and immediately the Democrats went in and confirmed one of the justices that they had been blocking for the D.C. Circuit Court of Appeals. She's in now, and the others are coming soon. So Republicans' day of obstruction on at least these judicial nominees and executive nominees outside of the Supreme Court are officially over. They're done.